Alright everybody, today what I'm going to be doing is something kind of experimental. I haven't done anything like this before. I thought I would use something that I would normally just discard and throw away. This is a cardboard insert that came with something I bought recently inside another box. And cardboard boxes always have like extra cardboard and plastic and junk inside, so I saw this and I didn't cut it or anything. This is exactly how it came, and I thought maybe I could do something with this. And I also had some leftover coffee that I poured out from a couple different pots and saved. And so this is old coffee, and I thought it would be kind of fun to paint with the coffee today. I don't know how well it will adhere to the cardboard. I don't know how well it'll mix with the pens and pencils that I plan on using. But I'm just going to use regular watercolor brushes with the coffee and pencils and pens, colored pencils on top of this material, this cardboard surface. I decided to use the side that didn't have these crinkles in it, because I think it would just be a little easier to paint on a smooth surface. If it comes out well, maybe I'll sell it. If it doesn't come out so well, maybe it'll just be a fun little practice for this video. So let's dive in and see where we go from here. Alright, so we have our blank surface here, and we're going to try and make something pretty out of it. Picking a subject to draw. And I had one, and it... Oh wait, there it is. Great. Alright, so I think I'll start with a pen. There it is. Okay. See, we got the feet down to about here. Back foot. And then right about there. Comes in. Got this part at the bottom. Comes up. I'm just kind of loosely placing the proportions. Something like that. Comes back up into here. Swings down over this way. We got this that comes over here. Swoops back. This one that jets forward a bit. And ultimately curves over here. So trying to get the placement and proportions right, especially when I'm going with pen, because once the mark's on there, it's on there. If I mess it up, I've got to think creatively how to correct the problem. So I'll get the head all taken care of. Come on here, up over here. We got the little horn that goes up this way. It's one horn. And then the other comes up over here. And then we have that other ear that starts back over this way. It swoops out forward to about there. The slanted swoop with a cup. Shoots up over here. Got the jaw. Got the mouth. We got the eye. Zooms down over this way. Okay, got some hair. Stuff going down here. Got the eye. Got a little bit of a prominent nose ridge that comes down over this way. Got the mouth. Comes to a bit of a rounded point. Got this going in there. I don't want to be too overly detailed because that's where the other materials are going to come in, but getting the rough proportions and shape down with the pen is the ultimate goal for this step. Got some lines up and through here where the muscles meet and contort. Then we have this backbone over here, the ridge of the neck, and slides up over this way. So we're starting to see the giraffe come through, hopefully. Okay, we have this come down this way. Got a little bit of a back ridge at the bottom of that swoop there. Leads down into a bit of a curve out at the bottom where the tail is. Looks like that tail in this particular photo is swooped around the back edge.
A significant light
If you're curious as to where I'm getting this photo reference from, I did not take it myself. The photo I'm using as reference for today as part of a photo pack that I purchased from the very talented Dustin Blaze, son of Aaron Blaze. You can find his photo packs at creatureartteacher.com. Cannot recommend that site highly enough. They've got photo reference packs, they've got art lessons, digital painting, traditional painting, all sorts of different skills that you can improve on. So we got this leg that kind of got this bone, and then it curves back and out like he's stepping forward. Okay. A significant life, just what it was needed. Clean in the blackest night. Justice dead. Just like come up and forward a little bit. And in the eyes of time, nobody's losing. The sparrows will be here by dawn. We have when we find this over, they'll be gone. Here to here. The trees will bloom and eyes will melt. Shoulder up and out. Comes out and down. Belly and the arm kind of meet and intersect a little bit. Doing some edge correction. Okay, so this leg comes pretty close to straight back. We have this front leg. Rough proportions increase this just a little bit to make it feel a little more in balance with the body. Something like that. It feels a little more like it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this part yet. I might just color pencil over that or something. But then we have all the details of the spots, which I might just leave for the paintbrush. We have a little bit of the chin area over here. Curves in the muscles. I don't want to overdo it. I just want to give enough. Got those grasses coming up and around these feet. Separates the next plane in terms of distance. And then we have some trees. Try to emphasize their different shape by keeping them a little more solid and rounded, with the occasional sharp points. Distance. We have another it's like a mountain back there. Colors and shapes and stuff. initial rough sketch complete. What we can do now is we can come back in and start putting some coffee down. Some of this old coffee here. I really don't know how this is going to go, so I'll just play it by ear and see. I'll start with the darker areas first. Deal back here with some of the darker edges, but kind of keeping it lighter than the rest overall. brush to get a little more texture for some of these darker areas that are supposed to be different layers of branches and leaves. Just giving it some texture. Trying to maintain that darker color, especially near the base where the shadow would be. Should be pretty dark, mostly along all that bottom edge there. It also helps separate it from the stuff we see in the foreground here. Turn that down a little bit. Get some right here. Just kind of let it sink in and soak. All right, so now we're starting to see some difference here. I think the next step is to grab a slightly smaller brush and start painting in the giraffe itself. I'll try to leave the lighter areas open. I'm still not at the point where I'm worried about the spots. I'll come back to that later. Right now I'm mostly focused on the areas where I see depth and shadow. Trying to establish that overall muscle structure. Just playing around with the different levels of intensity of the coffee to see, where I need to lay it in a little darker, where I need to lay it in a little thinner. About the areas that are not getting as much light versus the areas that are getting quite a bit. All things I'm keeping in mind. I like the double use of things on this one. The old cardboard as well as the old coffee. It's kind of nice being able to take things that would normally have been discarded and use them to make something new. Not something I've ever done before, but it's interesting. So let's pause a minute. Let's try to get this to dry a bit more. I'm noticing that as it dries, it kind of fades a bit. But it still provides some of that shadow color there. So taking that into account, I can come in with other materials on top to add some lighter values and darker values. I have some colored pencils that I'm going to try and see how well they adhere. So let's go with a gray. I'm going to sharpen it first. See how well this adheres to the soggy cardboard. It works somewhat. It's not perfect, but it's doing something. So I can't complain. A little more difficult in the areas that are more wet. Just going in soft, not trying to press too hard. I don't want the cardboard material to come through too hard. Let's get a little bit of this down here too. A fair amount of this way. So we're starting to see some of that color come through. Let's go for maybe this one. Have it blend in a little more into this area. Most of the details up in the face there at the top are on the orange side, the yellow ochre side. So I'm just trying to go for the light spots at the moment and emphasize where those pop out the most. Unfortunately, some of the ridging that we saw on the backside here, because the front is wet, is now starting to show through on this side as well. An unintended consequence of soaking the cardboard with the coffee. But that's why we experiment, right? To discover new things. Let's head over to the orange ochre side of things. So we definitely got some of that going on over here. And up on the nose. And we definitely have it going on in the neck. Kind of ease into some of this. Just going really light. I don't think much more than that is really needed, honestly. What I will say is that the cardboard provides a nice mid-tone, making it easy to go dark or light on top of it. So it's good for that at least. could feel free to try this on your own if you like. Maybe you'll get different results than I have. This is all purely experimental for me. Alright, let's go to something a little darker. Let's go to maybe like this brown. We'll see what this looks like. Yeah, this helps get some of the shadows in there. tricky part is going to be getting those spots in. I think... What do? I can test this on the back. It's going to be a little too dark, I think. Alright, we'll go back to the watercolor, not the watercolor, the coffee. Go back to the coffee and see how well it holds up. Might have to go to a pencil.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin.
You can see how it's coming along. It's still drying, so some of this is going to fade as it dries. some of it will stay bold because it's got a more concentrated amount of the coffee in it.
Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all.
I think what I might do is add some lighter values.
Building castles out of
So
sand,
the background here
reaching for the grand.
is fairly light.
As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. A bigger scale the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all.
I'm not a really big fan of the ridges showing through. I'm trying to think how I can correct that. I'm wondering if I apply some water, if it will work a little more to my favor. Could try doing some gel pen down here for the grass. just a little wary about using the ink because I don't want it to be too contrasted. Probably have to go back to the coffee again. Try some water and see if that maybe does something. Gotta get some water first. Alright, so coming back into this thing, I've gotten some water and I've also gotten some watercolor paint. And so what I'm going to try to do is see if I can maybe use a little bit of titanium white to help this background. Try it. Even if it doesn't fix it 100%, as long as it kind of softens it even just a little bit, I'll be happy. Might take a few coats. We'll see. And since I've already got the watercolor paints out, I might as well see if I can get some more interesting colors going on here with the green grass, bushes and stuff. If nothing else, it's just making things a little more interesting than they might normally be. We'll see.
May you always find your way to higher ground. May you always keep your head held up high. Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough, shining from within. I can tell that you're tough. Just the sight of you when I'm at my weakest point makes a world of difference, oh, you make me strong. Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough, shining from within. I can tell that you're tough. Order in a cup of love, feel it rising up and above. You will always keep my heart and soul strong. Plant your seeds and watch them grow. The light will always know where to go. You will always keep my heart and soul strong. You're the first thing in the morning and the last. Baby, you're my future and you are my past. Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough, shining from within. I can tell that you're tough. Order in a cup of love, feel it rising up and above. You will always keep my heart and soul strong. Plant your seeds and watch them grow. The light will always know where to go. You will always keep my heart and soul strong.
A lot of this is kind of a back and forth, playing with colors, trying to get the right balance of light and shadow. Sometimes I'm gonna get it, sometimes I'm gonna mess it up. But I can roll with that and still make something worthwhile. Just gotta stick it out. I find that a lot of the battle with art is just sticking it out, seeing it through. It's really easy to give up right before it's about to get better. The frustrating thing for me on this one is honestly just the extra line that I put in there. It's bothering me, but maybe I can figure out another way to make it work. Maybe I could enlarge this bush somehow and have it come over here, connect, thicken up some of the area there. Not the worst, not the best. Pushing through anyway. Something along those lines, you know? Coffee. Didn't mean to put in the coffee. Meant to try and come back over here to the white. Grab as much of it as I can. Really thicken that brush up with the white. And try to come back onto here and see if it will adhere a little better. looks like it's working a little better this time. Maybe that is all it needed, was just a little thicker layer on top of what was already there. I'll put a little bit of that lighter color in here, just really light. Okay. All right. Now I can come in with the darker pencils here. Try and see what sticks. What this white is going to do is it's going to kind of fade. And I don't want it to draw all the attention away from the giraffe, so the fading is good. It's really here just to kind of help further establish the ground plane. this in here. Spreading it across. You can see that a lot of it's already fading. Which is exactly what I wanted. We'll spread some of this so it's not so concentrated in that one spot. We'll let that dry. And what I'll do is I'll use a dark color. I've already got the coffee, so what I really need to do is get some dark in here. And kind of just touch up some of these other areas. So just blot it in. What this is going to do is it's going to darken some of those spots. It's also going to help kind of grab some of the attention to light and shadow. It helps spread that out across the image as well. It's a little shaky at the moment. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to come back over it and emphasize some of the lighter areas in between with a colored pencil over the top. And that might about do it after I clean up that part. Trying to help establish some of the shadows on here. Definitely want to get those correct. Like I said, this is all experimental. So, didn't know how this was going to go, but overall, I don't think it's too bad, considering it's just on a scrap piece of cardboard that was going to get thrown out. Not bad at all. Come back in with some darker shadows over here.
Another rainy afternoon. I don't know what I'm to do. I just miss you more than anything. It's way too quiet in the house. I'm just wasted on the couch. 'Cause I don't wanna feel anything. Wish you'd stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon. I know the hour's getting late. I shouldn't sit here contemplating. I just can't stop thinking about us. I won't forget a single thing, from drunken nights to Sunday mornings, and how you smile at me. Wish you'd stay.
Okay. Now we can try to come back in with a warmer light pencil.
This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stay.
We'll go ahead and try and carve
I can't shake that feeling
some
that we
rough
said
shapes between
goodbye
the
to
splotches. I don't know how well this is going to work because it's wet, but we'll see. Might be a little too wet still. It's a little too wet, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this, I'm going to let it dry, and when it's all dry we'll come back and finish this off. Alright, pretty sure it's done doing what it needs to do to dry now, so we're going to come in and try to fill in some of these gap shapes. It's more hinting than anything else. A lot of these shapes are just kind of unique and random. In fact, that's how giraffes tell each other apart, is what I've been told. They look for their unique shape patterns. That's pretty cool. Oh, there it goes. Alright, so this one's not going to be sold. Not that it was going to in the first place, but yeah, I just ripped it. Oh well. That happens. That's okay. So, we got the light coming in. This part of the neck is definitely a little more solid than the rest of the body over here. Okay. So we got that going. Then we got this stuff back here. Just kind of finding the rhythms, carving out the shapes. Same up over here. Oh, there goes another spot. It's a little tricky because cardboard's already been wet and dried a few times, and so trying to get some of these edges in just ends up being a bit more difficult without it splitting, because that material, the cardboard, is already weakened a bit. Alright, so we got that there. Come back in with a lighter pencil here. Get some of these pale details up in the face. Come in with the point so I can get some of these edges blacked out. There we go. So we can still see these details on the ears and on the head. Comes back this way a little bit, actually. Like that. And then some of this belly's a little bit paler. So you can lightly blend in this area. Grab some of this over here. Some of that. A little bit over here. Some of this down here. Down at the feet. Lighten up some of this. And over here too. And then a little bit of this area will lighten up too. Some along this back, down by this foot, a little over here, some under here, just a little bit of lightening. A little bit there. Some on the front of this. Some up here. Okay. Coming back in with a darker pencil for some of these spots. Just give them more texture. Just enough to hint at it without being overly defined. Blend in some of these overly light areas. So there is our recycle painting. We, just as a reminder, or in case you're watching this at the end, we took cardboard that otherwise would have been thrown away, along with old coffee, and we laid down the foundations, and then we used colored pencil, gel pen, and watercolor paint to enhance the picture. But and like I said before, this is based off of an image, a photograph taken by Dustin Blaze. You can actually find his photo packs available at creatureartteacher.com. I love their site. I don't get any sponsorship from them, but they put out fantastic materials and classes and resources for learning art. And they're just a fantastic group of people, so I highly recommend them if you're looking to improve your own art skills or try to experiment with some new mediums that you've never used before. Great place to go. Okay, so that's that. And all I got left to do is to sign it. So I'll probably sign it somewhere. Somewhere over here, I guess. All right. And there we go. I hope you found this fun. I hope it encourages you to try new things yourself. And I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.